So we're talking about the 5 action points of business optimization as part of the Olympic Sprint Business Coaching Program. If I go back to the profit formula we talked about before, where we said leads generated multiplied by your conversion rate gives you the number of customers. It gives you your total number of customers, and those customers multiplied by the transaction value, average transaction value times the average number of transactions per customer, that will give you your total revenue. And that total revenue or income multiplied by your profit margin will give you your gross profit. So based on that, you'll see that the variables that you can influence, you can change, you can improve are the leads generated, the conversion rates, the transaction values, the number of transactions, and the profit margin. So they are the basis of the 5 action points. So where we start with the 5 action points, and we go into on the various sort of programs we have, we go into detail. So on the 1 day workshop, obviously we sort of touch on them. On the retreats, then obviously we can spend a lot more time in them because it's usually a 3 day retreat or so. So we can spend a lot more time on these 5 points. And then if you're on the full subscription, either the online subscription or the full subscription with where you get all the consultations and so on, then we obviously go into detail with these things and we work with you on them to get them right for your business, yourself, your organization. So price optimization here is not just about the maximum price you can sell things for. It's about the psychology of pricing. You know, £1.99 versus £2. There's the psychology in terms of offering, you know, a standard versus a premium of the same product. And these things, all these things are psychological, and then of course it's things to do with the competition you have. So there's a lot to do with price optimization, and we put it at the beginning because if you need to get that right before you really start selling and promoting and marketing. So the price optimization, you need to think about it, but there's so many variables about price optimization that need to be taken into account, and obviously it varies according to the industry and so on. Similarly, sales conversion rates does vary according to the industry. Some industries you're expected to get a 99-100% conversion rate because of the type of leads you get and the people who come to you and how it works. Others, if you're getting 10% conversion rate, you're doing well. So you have to know the industry you're in terms of your conversion rates, and then you can start taking on different ways of improving your selling. It's always going to be involving training. It's always going to be training involved in some sort. But also we have the essential sales cycle, a 4-part sales cycle that does go round and round again, which starts with, well, can start anywhere, but getting right that case for spend. Why should the customer spend? So it looks at things like knowing about your product and how to pitch your product and where to pitch your product. And things like that, and then it goes around. So therefore, and obviously that whole thing of closing a deal comes into it, but that's only one part of selling. So 4 parts, and closing a deal, that sort of closing, and what traditionally people call selling is only one part of it. So that's why it's obviously a major part of the business improvement program. And then I could say leading on from that or tied into that is the lead generation. It's obviously if your sales conversion rate stays the same, then you need to either be dealing with more leads, but the other thing is that you can improve the leads to improve your sales rate as well, improve your selling. That there are leads, and there are hot leads and there are cooler leads, and warm leads and cooler leads and even cold. So you have to know how to classify leads, and you have to know what is the best way of generating leads. So there's a sort of passive way where people find you, people are looking for what you have, so you have to be in directories and the internet and in search engines so that people find you. And then there are those where you go out and you're aggressively telling people about your product, so therefore that's more aggressive. and each of them does produce a different type of a lead as well. You know, so you have to classify leads and also pass it on to the people who are selling these different types of leads. So we have 40 different ways that we look at in terms of how to generate leads. There are more, and they all, you know, you should vary the way you generate leads and not rely on one form of lead generation. And then, oh, here we have, yeah, I've got customer selling and upselling. Upselling is really, you know, about having a customer and then selling them something else. Actually, selling them the same product again, or selling them a new product. And it goes with customer service, because the better customer service you have, the better, more likely people will come back and buy from you again. And you know that customer, so you can keep them warm. They are like a constantly warm lead or hot lead if you treat them well, and it means that your business grows because you're not having to spend all that money on lead generation to get every new customer. So it's a big thing is customer service and upselling, and you can use sales funnels, and you do need to have a clear program for customer service. Everybody should have a customer service handbook, for example. And then finally, of these sort of 5 key action points of the business optimization program is the improving the profit margins. So we're on 20% profit margin, moving to 25% or whatever it is. This comes through. This is the real business savviness, the real running your business. It's finding new producers, new suppliers, new supply chains, new distribution chains, negotiating new deals all the way up and down the chain. All these things are part of it, improving your profit margins. So those are the 5 points. And as I said, according to the program you come to us at, we go into them in more depth. But if you're getting on with things yourself, you definitely have to look at these 5 points. And if you want to improve your business, and if you've already got a business coach, then really show them this and tell them to focus on these action points if they really want to help you improve your business. Hello, Hajar.